Wish I'd never grown up, could still be little. Oh, I don't wanna grow up. Wish I'd never grown up, it could still be simple. Oh, darling, don't you ever grow up, don't you ever grow up. You just stay this a little. Oh, darling, don't you ever grow up, don't you ever grow up. It could stay this simple. Nobody hurt you. Wanna know I'd break your heart, and even though you want to, please try to never go. Don't you ever go. Never grow. Just never grow up.
I turned on the evening news, saw an old man being interviewed. Turning 102 today. They asked him what's the secret to life. He looked up from his old pipe, laughed and said, all I can say is, don't blink. Just like that, you're 6 years old and you take a nap and you wake up and you're 25. Then your high school sweetheart becomes your wife. Don't blink, you just might miss your babies growing like mine did, turning into moms and dads. Next thing you know, you better have a 50 years as they're in bed, and you pray and God takes you instead. Trust me, friend, 100 years goes faster than you think. So don't blink. Well, I was glued to my TV when it looked like you looked at me and said, best start putting first things first. 'Cause when your hourglass runs out of sand, you can't flip it over and start again. Take every breath God gives you for what it's worth. Don't blink. Just like that, you're 6 years old and you take a nap and you wake up and you're 25. Then your high school sweetheart becomes your wife. Don't blink, you just might miss your babies growing like mine did, turning into moms and dads. Next thing you know, you better have 50 years as they're in bed, and you pray and God takes you instead. Trust me, friend, 100 years goes faster than you think. So don't blink. So I've been trying to slow it down, I've been trying to take it easy. In this here today, gone tomorrow world we're living in. Don't blink. Just like that, you're 6 years old and you take a nap and you wake up and you're 25. Then your high school sweetheart becomes your wife. Don't blink. You just might miss your babies growing like mine did, turning into moms and dads. Next thing you know, you better have 50 years as they're in bed, and you pray and God takes you instead. Trust me, friend, 100 years goes faster than you think. So don't don't blink. No, don't blink. Don't blink. Life goes faster than you think. So don't blink. Life goes faster than you think. Don't blink. Don't blink. Life goes faster than you think.
There's a light that glows by the front door. Don't forget the keys under the mat. When childhood stars shine, always stay humble and kind. Go to church 'cause your mama says to. Visit grandpa every chance that you can. Won't be wasted time. Always stay humble and kind. Hold the door, say please, say thank you. Don't steal, don't cheat, and don't lie. I know you got mountains to climb, but always stay humble and kind. When the dreams you're dreaming come to you, when the work you put in is realized, let yourself feel the pride, but always stay humble and kind. Don't expect a free ride from no one. Don't hold a grudge or a chip, and here's why. Bitterness keeps you from flying. Always stay humble and kind. Know the difference between sleeping with someone and sleeping with someone you love. I love you ain't no pickup line, so always stay humble and kind. Hold the door, say please, say thank you. Don't steal, don't cheat, and don't lie. I know you got mountains to climb, but always stay humble and kind. When those dreams you're dreaming come to you, when the work you put in is realized, let yourself feel the pride, but always stay humble and kind. When it's hot, eat a root beer popsicle. Shut off the AC and roll the windows down. Let that summer sun shine. Always stay humble and kind. Don't take for granted the love this life gives you. When you get where you're going, don't forget, turn back around. Help the next one in line. Always stay humble and kind. '93, it wasn't even noon. Our first taste of freedom after high school, breaking hearts, curfews, and mama's rules. I just laugh thinking about all the shit we got into. Yeah, those were the days we thought we'd never lose. But we did, and we miss how it was when we were just kids. Looking back on the past, wasn't much, but it's what we had. Just a couple buds and a good buzz is all it was. But that's what memories are made of. It's been so long since me and Katie first met. We lost touch as all of the years went flying past, fading fast, wishing I could make her mine. There's some things that seem to take you right back. I see her face every time I hear that Leonard Skinner vinyl spin. I'm in her arms in my mind. Yeah, those were the days we thought we'd never lose. Never lose. But we did, and we miss how it was when we were just kids. Looking back on the past, wasn't much, but it's what we had. Just a good buzz from a summer love was all it was. Yeah, that's what memories are made of. Yeah, those were the days we thought we'd never lose. But we did, and we miss how it was when we were just kids. Looking back on the past, wasn't much, but it's what we had. Just a couple buds and a good buzz was all it was. Yeah, summer love was all it was. But that's what memories are made of.
She was staring out the window of their SUV, complaining, saying, I can't wait to turn 18. She said, I'll make my own money and I'll make my own rules. Mama put the car in park out there in front of the school, and she kissed her head and said, I was just like you. You're gonna miss this, you're gonna want this back, you're gonna wish these days hadn't gone by so fast. These are some good times, so take a good look around. You may not know it now, but you're gonna miss this. Before she knows it, she's a brand new bride in her one-bedroom apartment, and her daddy stops by. He tells her it's a nice place. She says, it'll do for now. Starts talking about babies and buying a house. And Daddy shakes his head and says, baby, just slow down, 'cause you're gonna miss this. You're gonna want this back. You're gonna wish these days hadn't gone by so fast. These are some good times, so take a good look around. You may not know it now, but you're gonna miss this. 5 years later, there's a plumber working on the water heater. Dogs barking, phones ringing, one kid's crying, one kid's screaming, and she keeps apologizing. He says they don't bother me. I've got 2 babies of my own. One's 36, one's 23. It's hard to believe, but you're gonna miss this. You're gonna want this back. You're gonna wish these days hadn't gone by so fast. These are some good times, so take a good look around. You may not know it now, but you're gonna miss this. You're gonna miss this. Yeah, you're gonna miss this.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
I was thinking about the band, I was thinking about the fans. We were underground, loading merch in that 12-passenger van, in a small club in Minnesota, and the snow outside of First Ave. I just wanted my name in the star. Now look at where we at, still growing up, still growing up. I would lay in my bed and dream about what I'd become. Couldn't wait to get older, couldn't wait to be some. Now that I'm here, wishing I was still young. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. 'Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Wish I didn't think I had the answers. Wish I didn't drink all of that glass first. Wish I made it to homecoming, got up the courage to ask her. Wish I would've gotten out of my show. Wish I put the bottle back on that shelf. Wish I wouldn't have worried about what other people thought and felt comfortable with myself. Rooftop open, and the stars above. Moment frozen, sneaking out and falling in love. Me, you, and that futon, we just begun. On the grass dreaming, figuring out who I was. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. 'Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Never thought we'd get old. Maybe we're still young. Maybe you always look back and think it was better than it was. Maybe these are the moments. Maybe I've been missing what it's about. Been scared of the future, thinking about the past while missing out on now. We've come so far, I guess I'm proud. And I ain't worried about the wrinkles around my smile. I got some scars, I've been around. I felt some pain, I've seen some things, but I'm here now. Those good old days.
don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. I wish somebody would've told me, babe, someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
I'm gonna need you to raise your glass. I don't care what you put in it. Here's the nights that you can't take back. We live hard, but we love to laugh. And we all thought that we'd get rich fast. Hop the plane out for greener grass. Found out the greenest cash don't compare to the friends that last. See, we won't forget where we came from. This city won't change us. We beat to the same drum. No, we won't forget where we came from. This city can't change us. We beat to the same drum, the same drum.
Testing.
So here's to the cheap sunglasses, Red Bull and minivans, and people who had your back when the world didn't understand. See, we won't forget where we came from. The city won't change us. We beat to the same drum. No, we won't forget where we came from. The city can't change us. We beat to the same drum, the same drum. When times are in a waves in touch and fade away, we'll still be raising our curves to the same damn thing. Oh no, this city won't change us. 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 Change us. We always find a way back home. We always find our way back home. I know you moved on to someone new. Whole life is beautiful. You were the light for me to find my truth. I just wanna say thank you.
leaving to find my soul. Told her I had to go, and I know it ain't pretty when our hearts get broke. Too young to feel this old, watching us both turn cold. Oh, I know it ain't pretty when two hearts get broke. Yeah, I know it ain't pretty when two hearts get broke.
I hope someday we'll sit down together and laugh with each other about these days, these days. All our troubles we'll lay to rest, and we wish we could come back to these days, these days. These days, these days. These days, these days.
3 years of ups and downs, nothing to show for it now. And I know it ain't pretty when the fire burns out. Calling me when I'm drunk, remind me of what I've done. And I know it ain't pretty when you're trying to move on.
Oh, yeah. I hope someday we'll sit down together and laugh with each other about these days, these days. All our troubles we'll lay to rest, and we wish we could come back to these days, these days. Oh, I know, I know. Oh, I know, I know. Oh, I know, I know. These days, these days. Oh, I know, I know. Oh, I know, I know. Oh, I know, I know. These days, these days.
Cigarettes in the ashtray, reminiscing on those past days. I thought you didn't know my last name, but that changed. And I traveled around the world, think where you living at now. I heard you moved to Austin, got an apartment and settled down. And every once in a while, I start texting, write a paragraph, but then I delete the message. Think about you like a pastime. I could cry you a river, get you baptized. Or I wasn't ready to act right. Used to always think I'd get you back right. They say that things fall apart. We were gonna move to Brooklyn, you were gonna study art. Love is just a tool to remind us who we are, and that we are not alone when we're walking in the dark.
I hope someday we'll sit down together and laugh with each other about these days, these days. All our troubles we'll lay to rest. We wish we could come back to these days, these days. We wish we could come back to these days, these days, these days.
While you're young, cherish your life as it comes to you. It's the only way it comes after all.
Hey buddies that I grew up with, all straight-laced and married up now. You ain't fooling me, it wasn't long ago we tore the roof off that one red light town. And hey darling, sipping that red wine, all classic kick back on the couch. You smiling, I see ya, shooting tequila, shutting them college bars down. And no matter how much time goes by, and no matter how much we grow up, for worse or for better, from now till forever, I'll always remember you young. Hey babies, crawling on the carpet, no you won't be that little hoping we get to heaven. He looks at us all like we're kids, shameless and painless and perfect and ageless, forgives all the wrong that we did. And no matter how much time goes by, I hope we never have to grow up. And he'll say for worse or for better, from now till forever, I'll always remember you.
Cystic fibrosis is a disease that attacks the digestive system and slowly shuts down the lungs. The mucus in everyone else's lungs is more watery.
Everybody loves the things you do, from the way you talk to the way you move. Everybody here is watching you, 'cause you feel like home. You're like a dream come true. But if by chance you're here alone, can I have a moment before I go? 'Cause I've been by myself all night long, hoping you're someone I used to know. You look like a movie, you sound like a song. My God, this reminds me of when we were young. Let me photograph you in this light, in case it is the last time that we might be exactly like we were before we realized we're scared of getting old. It made us restless. It was just like a movie, it was just like a song. I was so scared to face my fears. Nobody told me that you'd be here. And I swear you moved overseas. That's what you said when you left me. You still look like a movie, you still sound like a song. My God, this reminds me of when we were young. Let me photograph you in this light, in case it is the last time that we might be exactly like we were before we realized we were sad of getting old. It made us restless. It was just like a movie, it was just like a song. When we were young, when we were young, when we were young, when we were young. it's hard to admit that everything just takes me back to when you were there, to when you were there. And a part of me keeps holding on just in case it hasn't gone, 'cause I still care. Do you still care? It was just like a movie. It was just like a song. My God, this reminds me of when we were young. Let me photograph you in this light in case it is the last time. So we might be exactly like we were before we realized we're sad of getting old. They made us restless. Oh, I'm so mad I'm getting old. It makes me reckless. It was just like a movie. It was just like a song when we were young.
Today and have missed all of you graduates over the last 5 months. It took a lot of hard work for you students to get here today, and today you are officially high school graduates. And even though it is strange times, we are here to celebrate that. Before we get into our celebrations, a couple quick reminders. Remember, all guests are asked to please remain on the left side of your vehicle at all times. Unfortunately, there are no washrooms available, so we'll try to keep the ceremony, now that we got it started, as short as possible. Please remember, we are on school property, so adhere to the rules of no consumption of tobacco or alcohol. If you are choosing to sit in your vehicle, you can tune your radio to 107.9 FM to listen to the ceremony. And now, let's let the celebrations begin. At this time, I would ask that all of you that are sitting to please rise for the playing of O Canada.
Oh, Canada. When geht ihr doch dann zu Jus? À ton poste porte les pères. Wir halten Wort dir treu. Gisse meine
I was a little afraid there for a second because you wouldn't have wanted to hear me sing O Canada. Mr. Grisendo is far too far away to make him do it this year as well. At last year's grad ceremony, I stood in a similar location and said, "It has been quite a year. What a year to graduate." And I never dreamt I would be standing out here again this year, faced with more restrictions. I know your final year and a half of high school did not finish quite as you may have expected, but I am happy you were able to be here today to celebrate your accomplishments. You have definitely had quite a high school experience, from starting as the big, loud grade 9 class in the grade 9 room that none of us teachers wanted to go near, to losing a big chunk of your class when your Lake Manitoba classmates left, to finishing your last 2 years of high school in a global pandemic. Someday, you will tell your grandchildren, and they won't believe you. I hope the world is back to a more normal way. Instead of walking uphill both ways in the snow to school, you'll tell tales of sitting 6 feet apart, wearing face masks, having no school sports, assemblies, or field trips. But although your experience has been different, it has been an honor to share the last 4 years with all of you. And I look forward to hearing about all the great things that your futures hold. At this time, I would like to direct your attention to the screen for a message from Lundar School's principal, Mr. Lawrence Grisenda, followed by a message from Lakeshore School Division Superintendent, Ms. Darlene Willits.
Hello, graduates. You are so lovely dressed. I imagine you sitting in your chairs with a beaming smile on your face. Good afternoon, parents and household members here at the ceremony, as well as family and friends who are viewing at home or somewhere else. Today we are celebrating the class of 2021. To the non-graduates listening, thank you for supporting these young people. Whether you drove them to school when they missed the bus, reminded them to complete the assignment they didn't submit on time, or took the time to listen to the things going through their mind, you were part of the support network they needed to be here today. I thank you for supporting them, and I am sure the graduates feel the same way too. Now, graduates, congratulations to all of you. Later in the ceremony, you will be getting your diploma. And when you get your diploma, there will be a bag that contains honors bestowed upon you. They will include certificates, scholarships, and other things. In that bag, you will also get a card from me. I chose to write each of you a personal message. The gist of my message has 2 main features. Number 1, I'm very proud of you. You have worked hard and grown into the person we call a graduate, and today we celebrate that achievement. The second main point was to let each of you know of the traits that have led you to be successful. I wanted to let you know that I think you have positive traits, and that is something for you to rely on. To give you a sense of the different traits that I saw in you as you graced the halls of Lundar High School, here's a sample of some of the words I used to describe people in the class. They included respectful, considerate, fiery, confident, calm, passionate, perseverant, dedicated, intelligent, critical thinker, deliberate, risk taker, humorous, leader. Each one of you has a different set of traits that allowed you to get to this point. These are the traits that will allow you to be successful regarding whatever goals you choose to pursue. My advice to you is to use these traits that you have developed. You developed these traits when you missed an assignment deadline, but still got your assignment done before you received a 0. You developed these traits when you organized a friend outing, but had to resolve a disagreement on what time you should leave for the city or the event. You developed these traits when you did something that others doubted you could do. You developed these traits when you realized that the best action was to just do the work being asked of you and understood the systems around you. Please continue to grow as a person and find purpose in what you choose to do with your life. The Lundar High School staff have one wish for you. That is for you to find harmony in your life and figure out what will make you feel successful about yourself. Whether you are a psychologist, run your own agribusiness, are a heavy-duty equipment technician, or decide to live off the grid on your own, success will be decided by you. With that, I wish you well a final time as your principal. We are proud of you. We look forward to hearing from you as you continue your journey in life. Congratulations to the class of 2021.
graduates, my advice to you is to not stop when you're tired, but to only stop when you're done. Congratulations, graduating class of 2021.
Thank you, Mr. Grisenda, for the kind words, and Ms. Willits for putting together that PowerPoint. As a graduating class, you have voted on 2 valedictorians. At this time, I would like to ask graduate Austin Magnuson and graduate Sydney Primsky to please come forward for the valedictorian addresses. First to the microphone will be graduate Austin Magnuson.
Just want to say good afternoon to my fellow grads, all the family and friends here with us today. I'm so honored to have the opportunity to speak about and highlight our graduating class. Writing this was fairly difficult, as fitting 13 years of memories and emotions into such a short amount of time is challenging, especially when those 13 years are spent with people who make every moment so special. Our class may have ranged in personalities, but we always seemed to be on the same page. Then there were Courtney and Connor, who were pages ahead. They're 2 of the most intelligent people I know. Courtney has a knack for solving any math equation given to her, while Connor's vocabulary is so intense, when he spoke in ELA, I sometimes wondered if he was speaking English. And Kara, you may have been quiet, but your smile spoke volumes. Then again, it was hard not to crack a smile in our class with students like Ethan. I will always remember Ethan for the stunts he pulled over the years, from jumping out Miss Parks' window in the 8th grade to setting off the fire extinguisher in the 9th. Though I truly did loathe essential math as I was seated right beside him, and he never did fail to show up smelling like he just rolled in jet fuel after working on whatever rig he just purchased off Kijiji. Ethan, I can guarantee you though, if you pursue life as a mechanic, you'll definitely see more of Talina, as she has her fair share of car wrecks. But I cannot just pick on Ethan for misbehaving, as Lou and Andrew are always right by his side. Lou isn't actually that much of a troublemaker, but he was often getting accused of things he didn't even do. When Randall fainted in the 4th grade, Ms. Gornset did not hesitate to assume Lou was behind the commotion. He is someone who can make the entire class laugh without having to say a word. Whereas Andrew never failed to interrupt the class. He was often being reminded by his teachers to raise his hand before shouting his questions across the room. I don't blame him though, as there was often something exciting going on. We were given so many fascinating opportunities throughout school, from making our own shampoo to dissecting pigs. We graduate today with an arsenal of skills we never dreamed we would acquire. But I think the projects created in Miss Little's class were some of the most entertaining creations. Our awfully produced movies and plays were something else. But I'll never forget working alongside Michaela and Sydney to choreograph that dance to that terrible Euphrates River song. But you know what they say, dance like no one is watching. Or in Deidre's case, dance like the whole class is watching. Because when you have the attitude of a star, and most importantly, can do a cartwheel, you've practically already stolen the spotlight. Perseverance is something we definitely all felt on our journey through school, although I think Hannah and I felt it most in home ec. For such an easy class, it seemed no matter what we did or how closely we followed the recipe, the food was always unedible. Even though time after time our pancakes turned out gray, we never did give up, which I think should count for something. Thinking back, dedication was always so overt in our class, but for Alex, dedication is and will always be an understatement. His passion he had for sports, school, and arguing were very apparent. Dylan, on the other hand, was more dedicated to pushing boundaries. And if that meant showing up to class with no school supplies besides zip ties, electrical tape, and wearing a bathrobe, Dylan definitely knew what he was doing. But he wasn't the only student with a strange attire at times. Now, Zach, let me just say, I have never met someone who can make a bad haircut look so classy. And I still haven't, because you are no exception. Though, throughout middle school, you entered that phase where you sported quite a few questionable haircuts. You must have been doing something right, because I can remember the last bad haircut, but I can't remember the last time you were single. Zach, I only pick on you now because I know you can take it. You've always been someone with so much confidence you can laugh through jokes even when they are pointed at you. Yet I think my favorite person to make laugh has to be Raina. Once you get Raina laughing, it's hard to get her to stop. This undeniably comes from her being so outspoken. She is someone who will always say what's on her mind, but always go with the flow. Brooklyn, however, is someone who created her own path. Though Brooklyn often used her flair to get into trouble, like in the 9th grade, when Brooklyn and Emma decided they were going to completely seal Raina's locker in duct tape, for no other reason besides they thought it would be funny. Our class always proved we can achieve a lot in a short amount of time, which is probably why the ride on the inter-campus bus was always so eventful. It was astonishing to see incidents like when Paige, who has no hand-eye coordination, successfully smashed into a coconut using nothing but a screwdriver. By the end of the bus ride, Paige had gotten more coconut on the floor than anywhere else. So it was no surprise when we were joined by the principal the next morning, announcing Paige, along with all those sitting around her, would have to clean the schoolyard. Thanks again, Paige. Really enjoyed it. Though occurrences like this should not surprise us, as taking things seriously were never one of our class's strengths. Like back in grade 10, when we were given the privilege to test our archery skills in the gym. Let me tell you something about our class. We love to abuse privileges, which is why 5 minutes into the experience, Randall, the biggest instigator I know, was already betting Danielle $60 she couldn't hit the scoreboard with an arrow. Danielle is someone who is easily persuaded, so especially when there's money involved. So it was no surprise when seconds later, the sound of the arrow ricocheting off the scoreboard echoed throughout the gym. As funny as the story is, if you asked Danielle if it was worth it, she would unquestionably say no, as she was given quite the earful from Mr. Teichels and never did see that $60. It's safe to say our class had some notable students, but for Devin, notable isn't the first word I'd use to describe him. Devin's first words to me were, "Hey, sugar tits," which is just as concerning as you'd think to hear coming from a 6th grader. But it really showed me who Devin was. He's someone who isn't afraid to shock those around him. I don't know if I'll miss break at this school though, as Devin and Danielle would regularly decide the hallway was a great place for a brawl, and I was always the target. I couldn't stand in the hallway without being tossed into the lockers or between the two of them. All that said, at least there will never be a dull moment with Devin. I'm so grateful to say that the people graduating with me taught me so much of what I know today. You guys taught me what it means to laugh, what it means to make memories. We were really a standout class. I'm sure a great deal of our time here was spent laughing and getting into trouble, and I wouldn't have it any other way. There wasn't a day at this school I wouldn't have wished to be anywhere else, because wherever my class was, that's where I wanted to be. We have so much ahead of us, but we will never forget what's behind us, and we have each other to thank for that. So thank you guys. Thank you for the memories. Thank you for shaping me to the person I am today, and thank you for one hell of a ride. Thank you. Oh, fuck.
Thank you, Austin. You definitely have a lot of great memories. At this time, I would like to ask graduate Sydney Brimsky to please come forward to give the second valedictorian address.
My mic. I was a bit hesitant about speaking today, considering all of the unexpected changes that the past year and a half have brought us. However, everything around us is always changing. I've come to terms with the fact that change is inevitable. I figured the longer I held off on this speech, the longer I'd have time to spend with you guys. But the days grew short, and now here we are. My fellow graduates, as you move into life beyond our small hometown high school, change will still be inevitable. It is inevitable and indeed gratifying to see that our graduating class of 2021 somewhat matured and became skilled, proficient, ready to tackle and further their lifelong education. It is inevitable that structures, processes, and relationships will change in your day-to-day lives. It is inevitable that you will face new challenges, and it is inevitable that things may seem a little different in the years ahead. Yes, life is definitely going to be a little shaken up and stirred. As we look back this afternoon on a journey that started out with hesitant, tentative steps, we see just how far we have all progressed. It has been an honor and a privilege being a part of your journey, and one which has been embedded with wonderful memories. So, To my dear terrified graduates, the past has brought you and me many likely questionable and somehow beautiful memories. These memories will stay with you and me as we all enter the most uncertain and thrilling period of our lives. The stories we have made, are yet to make, and are about to live will be those same stories we will be telling our children, our grandchildren, and therapists, in that order. You have all left and will continue to leave an indelible legacy of intelligence, to which I will never forget the laughs and smiles we all shared together in the moments we've had over the years. I hope you continue to laugh and smile and thrive to find your own ambitions in life. I hope each and every one of you find yourselves and become the best people I know you can be. Keep wondering and questioning the world around you. There's never a point in time where you can't learn something new. Be kind to those who are not. You never know what they are going through. A bit of kindness or a smile here and there goes a long way. Remember that as you face and tackle new challenges, to stay true to yourself. Hold on to your value system, your work ethic, and most importantly, your humility. It's these qualities that will push you forward in the journey you will embark on. The achievements of today may fade or even be forgotten by most of us over time. The sound of the applause and congratulating will become a distant echo. Awards and certificates won over the years will become forgotten dust collectors hidden away on a shelf or in a drawer. But each of you will be remembered for caring enough, for supporting enough, for helping someone, or for making someone feel appreciated. These are the kinds of people that are remembered, the kinds that others enjoy spending time with. Life is a remarkable gift, and I have no doubt that you guys will make the most of it. I will carry the lessons each of you have taught me, and I hope the rest of you will do the same. Today we stand together not as a class, but a family. Now I would like to take a moment to thank the wonderful teachers, EAs, and other staff members, the parents, the past pupils, and everyone in between. You have all guided, molded, and shaped the young ladies standing here tonight, including myself. Each of your roles have been greatly beneficial in shaping the youth set before us, and ones who will continue to stand here for generations to come. These graduates are our hope for the future, to which I would like to give a special thanks to Ms. Thorgelson, Ms. Toslin, and Mr. Grzenda for making our grad possible. To Ms. Teichels for emceeing our grad, who I'd also like to congratulate on becoming a new mom. To Mr. Teichels for being one of the best gym teachers Lundar will ever have. To Mr. Hull, who stepped up to teach us math. We wish you well on your retirement. To Ms. RM, who has helped each student throughout Lundar School during the pandemic, even though she was halfway across the world. And to Mrs. Little, who was there from the day one to prepare us for the adventure that was high school. All of you have very personally helped me get this far, as well as many others, and I don't think we can thank you enough for it. In the end, trying to sum up the many years into what words really can't describe, this speech is dedicated to the lifelong friends I have made, and in loving memory of the people who can't be with us today, who, wherever they are, would definitely be proud of us now. Thank you.
Thank you, Sydney. It is now time to introduce to you the Lundar School class of 2021 as we begin the presentation of diplomas and awards. Before we begin, I would like to remind you of a few things. We will be presenting the diplomas in alphabetical order, working our way around the horseshoe. As each graduate is announced, they will stand up, come forward to the podium out in front of me here where the flowers are to get your diploma. Please remember, graduates, that you need to pause for a picture by the photographers. Family members must remain by their vehicles. The photographers will take the pictures for you. After receiving your diploma, you must return directly to your family's area. All right, let's begin. We will begin our presentation with graduate Connor Bishop. Oh, also don't forget to pick up the bag beside the podium. Connor is a very respectful, polite, witty, hardworking, and wise young man. If there was an award to be given for being the earliest student to school, Connor would have won it for 3 years in a row. Connor could be found every morning sitting quietly on the bench behind the door by the stairs. But once you get to know Connor, you find out he's not always quiet. He's often seen having a good laugh as he made up a creative name for Kahoot or jumped out to scare someone in the Halloween haunted house. We'll miss seeing his dinosaurs drawn all over the whiteboards throughout the school. Best of luck in your future endeavors, Connor. Connor is the recipient of the Ellen Forsyth Foundation Scholarship, the Brendan Moman Memorial Scholarship, the Ericsdale Legion Scholarship, the Governor General's Bronze Medal for highest academic standing, the Interlake Co-op Scholarship, the Lundar School Scholarship, the Noventus Credit Union Scholarship, and the Subject Award Medal for Chemistry 40S. Congratulations, Connor. In the fall, Connor plans to attend the University of Manitoba, where he will enroll in University 1 with a focus on psychology. Graduate Courtney Burke. Courtney and I shared many chats this fall in both applied math and chemistry as she sat 6 feet to the left of me for hours every day and listened to me whine. One thing I learned about Courtney is that it's not enough to just learn how to do something. She has to know why it's done and if there is an easier way it can be done. Courtney, your quick wit and ability to keep digging at a problem until you figure it out will be great lifelong skills. Best wishes in your future endeavors, Courtney. Courtney is the recipient of, Courtney, don't forget the bag beside the podium there. Courtney is the recipient of the Subject Award Medal for Transactional ELA and the Subject Award Medal for Applied Mathematics. Congratulations, Courtney. Courtney plans to continue her education at Assiniboine Community College. Graduate Sydney Primsky. Sydney, you are a polite, hardworking, and artistic young woman who is not afraid to speak up for what you believe in. I was amazed by your artistic talents as you sketched and then created the grad clothing logo on your iPad. Ms. Tosland speaks highly of your ability to think outside the box and explore important topics such as social justice and equity in the world. These skills will serve you well in your future endeavors, and we wish you the best. Sydney is the recipient of the Fiola Johnson Scholarship, the Lundar Elks Scholarship, the Lundar Legion Scholarship, the One Insurance Bursary, and the Subject Award Medal for ELA Comprehensive. Congratulations, Sydney. Sydney plans to attend the University of Manitoba, where she hopes to work towards a Bachelor of Nursing and hopes to someday become a nurse on the Stars Air Ambulance. Graduate Ethan Christensen, known by most of his classmates as Ginge. Ethan is definitely a student who made his presence known at Lundar School. I never had the opportunity to teach Ethan, or should I say Ginge, as all of his friends would refer to him, but I have definitely heard my fair share of stories. One thing is for certain, he has kept the teachers at Lundar School on their toes over the last 4 years with his antics, whether it was trying to hop across the shop on a ladder, horrifying everyone with his stories of driving his dirt bike or trike, or showing how he can hold his car together with duct tape. There was never a dull moment when Ethan was involved. Best of luck in your future endeavors, Ethan. Congratulations, Ethan. After high school, Ethan plans to farm. Graduate Raina Gleish. Oh, Raina, when I first met you, I thought you were quiet and a sweet girl. But I soon learned that wasn't Raina at all. Raina never hesitates to tell me what she is thinking, stands up for what she believes in, even when it means yelling at a classmate across the classroom in the middle of class. Over Raina's 4 years at Lundar School, she grew as an athlete, from the timid girl on the volleyball court in grade 9 whose mom was yelling from the sidelines, "Raina, move your feet," to one of the top players on our varsity girls volleyball team last year. It is really a shame you were unable to get your last volleyball and badminton seasons. It would have been great to see the growth and fun you would have had. I'm sure you would have had many great shots in badminton and a few Gleish swing and misses. Raina, your competitive nature and drive to succeed will lead you to great success. Raina is the recipient of the Alan Forsyth Scholarship, the Ericsdale Legion Scholarship, the Ladies Aid Bjork Scholarship, the Little Ladies Scholarship, and the John and Ona Schellenberg Bursary. Congratulations, Raina. In the fall, Raina plans to attend Assiniboine Community College to enroll in agribusiness. Graduate Michaela Goodman. Michaela is one of this year's graduates that I have memories from all the way back to when she was in grade 2 and in Canskate. From the day I met Michaela, her stubbornness and strong will showed. She has never been afraid to stand up for what she believes in, and that quality will serve you well in life, Michaela. Michaela is a well-rounded young lady who is artistic and has a mean overhand serve when playing volleyball. This serve was very helpful to last year's varsity volleyball team. Best wishes in your future endeavors, Michaela. Congratulations, Michaela. After graduation, Michaela plans to continue in the workforce. Graduate Zachary Halderson. Zach has demonstrated his athletic ability right from the time he entered grade 9. He was a big part of our baseball team, winning a banner that year when he scored the winning run. It is very unfortunate that you were not able to have your last 2 seasons of high school baseball due to the pandemic. Zach is a very kind and polite young man who is always thinking. Unfortunately, in math class, you spent most of your time thinking about how stupid the topic was instead of putting your energy into actually doing the math. Nikki really hopes you find a use for the math someday, so she can prove you wrong. Zachary is the recipient of the David Sigfusson Memorial Scholarship and the Raymond Shady Monkman Scholarship. Congratulations, Zachary. After high school, Zachary plans to continue in the apprenticeship program at Sigfusson Northern. Graduate Lou Home. Lou has a great sense of humor and is extremely witty and chatty. He has the ability to calm a tense situation down by using his humor to lighten the mood. But the sense of humor wasn't always a great thing because one of his closest friends would put Lou's joking words into action. He also has the ability to get a class so off topic talking about other life events that you don't realize it until 10 minutes later. This year, Lou didn't have class until period 2, and I would often meet him at the door, fashionably late, where he would say to me, "Oh, am I late again? I'm sure you make it to work on time, and that is the important thing. Best of luck in the future, Lou." Lou is the recipient of the David Sigfusson Memorial Scholarship and the Raymond Shady Monkman Scholarship. Congratulations, Lou. After high school, Lou plans to continue in his apprenticeship program. Graduate Emily Ann Hurdle. I have had the privilege of being Emily's skating coach since she was just a little girl. There is one thing for sure. She is a girl who has no fear. I have never seen someone jump and fall that hard and just get up and do it again. That same determination to succeed has shown through as you have overcome many hurdles to get to your graduation today. Your drive to succeed will serve you well as you move into the next chapter of your life. Continue to jump high and give your best effort. We wish you the best in your future endeavors, Emily. Congratulations, Emily. Emily plans to continue her education at university to work towards a psychology degree. Graduate Randall Johansson. Although the most outspoken of the Johansson brothers, we would still describe him as a man of few words. Because Randall is so quiet at school, he often appeared innocent. But if you watch the smirk on his face as his louder, more boisterous classmates got in trouble for their antics, you could tell he was involved, and actually probably the instigator. I'm not sure just how many times he just left his friends there to take the fall and walked away smiling. Just keep on smiling as you move into the next chapter of your life. Congratulations, Randall. After graduation, Randall plans to enter the workforce. Graduate Talina Johnson. My first memory of Talina is seeing this girl I didn't know on a skateboard being pulled by her dog. I was truly amazed by the balance that it took and how brave she was to trust that dog not to take her off into the ditch. Throughout Talina's years at Lundar School, she went about her business in the classroom quietly, but definitely made her presence known outside of the classroom. Talina could often be found with her friends in the hallway or out on the front lawn, planning what might be their next adventures. Best of luck in your future endeavors, Talina. Congratulations, Talina. After graduation, Talina plans to continue in the workplace, keeping her current job. Graduate Paige Kerrigan Law. Paige taught me a great lesson about drinking enough water. Every day in applied math class, she'd come in with a cup with a straw and another bottle of water. She'd sit there and drink it all. Drink the cup, pour the bottle in, drink some more. No wonder she always had to go to the washroom. She said if you drink from the straw, you'll drink more. It is actually a helpful tip. There is one thing for certain about Paige. She shares her emotions very clearly by the look on her face. Luckily, she does spend a lot of her time smiling and laughing. She wasn't laughing at her sister when she found out Peyton had taken a video of her rather embarrassing moment on the volleyball court, though. But in hindsight, she laughs when we talk about the volleyball swing and miss video from Fisher Branch. I'm not sure why you were swinging your arms to try to bump anyways, and actually I'm kind of glad you missed because I'm not sure where that ball might have gone. Paige, you have a kind heart and a caring personality, and I wish you the best of luck as you pursue your dreams. Paige is the recipient of the Lakeshore Teachers Association Scholarship and the Lundar Elks Scholarship. Congratulations, Paige. I'm falling behind here. In the fall, Paige plans to attend the University of Winnipeg to enroll in the Faculty of Education. Graduate Danielle Lowen. Danielle, you might be the most competitive person I have ever met. And that is saying something because I grew up in a pretty competitive family. My favorite memory of Danielle is the day that Jolene knocked her flat on her butt on the volleyball court in Arberg. Danielle was setting, and it was Danielle's ball, but Jolene jumped in and took it, knocked her over. The glare she gave her from the floor could have pierced through anyone. I was a little afraid. I didn't know whether we were going to have a family fight or not. Luckily, Danielle was able to contain her anger, even though she sat for the remaining rally on the floor. Danielle, it was a lot of fun to coach you in sports. You are truly passionate and love competition. I will never forget the look on your face as you sat on the bench after we lost the zone final. I remember telling you we will try again next year, and sadly, COVID took that chance away from us. But keep on using that competitive drive to propel you, and you will accomplish great things in life. Congratulations, Danielle. After high school, Danielle plans to continue in the workforce. Graduate Hannah Lucier. Hannah, ever since you were a little girl in skating, you could tell when you were frustrated or embarrassed by watching your face turn redder than your hair. In volleyball, you could always tell how Hannah was feeling on the court by the shade of red of her face. Throughout high school, Hannah demonstrated her strong athletic skills in both the volleyball and badminton courts, and she was named our Female High School Athlete of the Year in 2019 as a grade 10 student. Hannah's powerful serve and strong passing skills were a huge part of our volleyball team's success last year, and it's really a shame that you weren't able to continue to grow as a high school athlete this year. Best of wishes in your future endeavors, Hannah. Congratulations, Hannah. After graduation, Hannah plans to enter the workforce. Graduate Austin Richard Taylor Magnuson. Austin is truly amazed me in applied math that you live the closest to the school, yet seem to have the most trouble making it to class on time. Especially when Mr. Teichels describes your athletic ability as being able to run like a deer and jump as high as anyone else. Maybe you should have ran to school instead of driving. You might have made it on time. At school, Austin could always be found laughing and smiling, whether it was playing a prank on his friends or just sharing the latest gossip. Austin, you have the ability to write about big ideas that show great insight and are clearly thinking and engaging in figuring things out. This skill will serve you well in life. Best of luck in your future plans. Austin is the recipient of the Coldwell Community Foundation Scholarship and the Lundar School Scholarship. Congratulations, Austin. In the fall, Austin plans to attend the University of Manitoba, where he hopes to enroll where he will enroll in University 1 with a hope to get into the Faculty of Architecture. Graduate Kara Martilla. Kara is by far the quietest student I have ever taught. But Kara, you are polite, friendly, honest, and hardworking. And all of those qualities will help you succeed in life. It will always seem strange walking by the staircase at lunchtime and not looking up to see you and Deidre sitting there having your lunch and chatting. I've also missed our badminton rallies this year. We hit many a birdie back and forth. Best of luck in your future endeavors, Kara. Kara is the recipient of the Al Hummel Memorial Scholarship, the Lundar Legion Scholarship, and the Noventus Credit Union Scholarship. Congratulations, Kara. In the fall, Kara plans to attend the University of Winnipeg to work towards a Bachelor of Science degree. Graduate Andrew Mason. Andrew is another one of the high-energy boys in this class who always had something to say and another perspective to bring to any conversation. Andrew showed great determination and improvement as a member of the boys' volleyball team through his years at Lundar School, and also excelled as a goaltender in hockey, even if Mr. Teichels deked him out of his pads in St. Laurent. There is one thing for certain about Andrew, and that is he would never be forgotten about in class. He always made sure the teachers knew he was there and was often pulling his classmates away from the work while managing to complete his own work well in advance. He also found a way to write about his passion for the dairy industry. Best of luck as you pursue a future in your passion. Congratulations, Andrew. This fall, Andrew plans to attend Lakeland Community College in Alberta to expand his knowledge of dairy farming. Graduate Deidre Lynn Olafson. Oh, Deidre, you have the ability to make everyone's day. Whether it was by shouting good morning at me as you came off the bus, sending a Teams message to tell me how much you missed me during the pandemic, or dancing and singing to the breakfast program music in the Kodiak room. One of my favorite memories of Deidre is working out with her at Brianna's boot camps. It was always interesting to see her dance moves as she was supposed to be doing her push-ups. It has been awesome to watch how much you loved school, Deidre, and playing 21 in the gym was one of your favorite things to do. I never got the chance to play against you, but I heard you beat many people, including Mr. Teichels. Deidre, you are such a kind young woman with a great sense of humor, and you're almost always smiling. But when you're not smiling, we sure know that too. I'm not sure what Susie is going to do next year without you to visit with at the end of the day buses. Best wishes in your next chapter of life, Deidre. We will miss you. Deidre is the recipient of the Vocational Teachers Association of Manitoba Award of Merit. Congratulations, Deidre. Deidre plans to enter the workforce. Graduate Alexander Ryden. If a sport was being played in the school, that is where you could find Alex. He has been a member of our baseball, badminton, curling, and volleyball teams over the last 4 years. And in all of these sports, he has worked his way to being one of the stronger athletes. He did this by being determined, practicing hard, and learning as much as he could, not only about the skills, but the proper way to play the sport. Alex was a member of the best curling team Lundar School has had in well over a decade, making it to the zone. Xander plans to enter into an electrical apprenticeship to work towards becoming an electrician. Graduate Devin Torgerson. Devin is another student who has a lot of energy to burn and very strong opinions that he's not afraid to share. In math and chemistry, Devin was usually either negotiating for less work or trying to get me off topic. He never succeeded at getting to write a combined test with Zach as hard as he tried, and he really tried to get Nikki to let them. But he did succeed at getting the class off topic a number of times. Word of advice: don't ever get in a discussion with Devin about how many seconds are in a minute. We will just let you believe there's 59 because it isn't worth the debate. Devin is always looking for a way to bend the rules, which showed through his skills class when he could make his own game and he was finally happy. Him and Danielle created a spin-off of a volleyball game that Mr. Teichels now uses in phys ed class. Devin, your willingness to stand up for what you believe in and negotiate to try to get the outcome you want will come in handy in life. Best of luck in your future endeavors. Congratulations, Devin. Devin plans to enter the workforce. Graduate Dylan Weatherburn. Dylan is a kind and funny guy who will help any of his friends whenever they're in a jam, and a guy who also likes figuring out exactly how many days he needed to come to school and exactly how much work he needed to do while he was here to get a passing grade. This fall, Dylan decided to change up his wardrobe a little bit. I think my favorite outfit choice was the bathrobe over your clothes. In Dylan's time at Lundar School, he was actively involved in the curling program and was also a member of the best curling team Lundar School has had in over a decade, going to the zone final 2 years in a row. Best of luck in your future, Dylan. Congratulations, Dylan. Dylan plans to enter the workforce. Graduate Brooklyn Paige Wergow. Oh, Brooklyn, it is so hard for me to believe you're graduating. I still think of you as that little girl in the white and green skating dress performing at Stony Mountain competition when you were in grade 2. It has been amazing to watch you grow into a strong young woman and have the opportunity to teach you in the classroom, coach you in multiple sports, and coach skating alongside you. You have developed a great set of leadership skills through your playing sports, coaching, 4-H, and volunteering at school and in the community. These skills will serve you well as you set out on the next chapter of your life. I just want to remind you, as you walk back towards your mom and she's taking a picture, please smile. She really likes it if you actually appear like you're happy doing these things. Best of luck in your future endeavors, and I'll miss bossing you around at the rink. Brooklyn is the recipient of the Chown Centennial Entrance Scholarship, the Derek Johnson Citizen Scholarship, the Goodyan Johnson Memorial Scholarship, the Gretter Cooperative Amateur Athletic Association Scholarship, the Hal Rogers Endowment Fund, and the Taylor Joseph Christensen Memorial Scholarship. Congratulations, Brooklyn. In the fall, Brooklyn plans to continue her education at the University of Manitoba. This concludes the presentation of diplomas and awards. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of our local scholarship sponsors for their kind donations to our graduates' futures. Graduates, you are very lucky to live in such supportive communities. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank Sigfusson Northern for the use of the lift for the screen, as well as the generator which they came through with at the last minute for us. At this time, we would ask Lundar School's graduating class of 2021 to please stand. And in lieu of throwing your grad caps, please move your tassel from the right to the left as you are officially declared high school graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present to you Lundar School's class of 2021. Congratulations, graduates. As we conclude our graduation, As we conclude our graduation ceremony, we ask that you please return to your vehicles and wait for the attendants to usher you out. They will, before you return to their vehicles, they will be playing the slideshow, I believe, on the screen. But reminder that your slideshow will also be on your USB sticks. A reminder to graduates that you are to leave your grad gowns here. If you have forgotten your grad gown, please return it to the school by 4 p.m. today.
Did that go through that last part? So the batteries died on it, I think, is what happened. But then we had to switch it back because the live stream apparently wasn't going through that mic. So then I tried to get it back to you, but yeah. Sorry about that. Great job.
I had to rush because I had too much.